Built a factory that can process all quality levels on one assembly line. Yeah, I was thinking about setting one of those up. The one in space in particular, because it's just way easier to grind quality in space, but I don't think that grinding quality on stream is, like, particularly interesting from a viewer perspective, because a lot of it is just kind of waiting around for everything to spin up initially. So I've just tried to do as much as I can without quality. But we'll see if I need to cave on that principle. So not worried at all about rocket damage here. We should have more than enough rocket turrets up here. It's honestly gun turrets that I'm most concerned about. We should also look behind. Like, technically things could fall apart back here too. But I think these will be okay. This seems like it's holding up fine so far. Take a look at ammo levels as well. Ammo is holding completely steady. You're not draining ammo. And at the very front of the ship, your gun damage is fine. That's a lot of asteroids. You're good. It's surviving, but man, it looks close. The asteroid density at solar system edge is going to be worse, so if we're just barely taking care of these before they hit and we're only trying to go to a Quilo, I don't know, man. The other thing that's really concerning is it looks like its laser's not keeping up. I can make one small adjustment. I can have you go like this. And then I can have you go like this. And that's going to let me get 2 more lasers in. So we've just got a little bit more firepower shooting the small ones. And I could also move these railguns up 1 each if I really needed to, but the further up we put the railguns, the further away from the turrets we're putting them. So let's just hope that this works. You should be requesting railguns now, correct? You should have railguns? You have no low-density structures. You ran out. Okay. Then you need to go to... Where do we pick these up from? Fulgoro? You need to go to Fulgoro. And you need to go to Fulgoro. And we need to pick up more. All systems switch automatically. They automatically adjust. There's always 100% capacity utilization. Is that one of the, like the all-in-one assembler builds that I've seen that just, like, circuit network everything? Is that what you're using for it? This, on the other hand, is just a ton of firepower. And a lot of it, I think, is because of how forward these gun turrets are. Like, they're really, really forward. And it's probably what I should do here. Yeah. Do this. And then what? What was your plan after this? Because this is only going to fit laser turrets. No, you could fit 2 more gun turrets here. No, you're going to do laser turrets here. 1, 2. Because then you can kill these 2. And you can have 2 more front-facing guns. And you can go like this. just as much firepower at the front of the ship as I can get. At the very, very front. I'd love to find a way for you to be a laser turret as well, or for a gun turret as well, but I don't know how I would get ammo to you realistically. So that's not going to happen. And then also, if both of you could do 400 instead of 200, you're already doing 400. That's great. Well, because you changed the network itself. Yeah, I don't want to wind up in the situation where Aquila soft-locks itself because we run out of LDS. And then these guys sit around forever waiting for LDS. You can just go right back to Aquila. Wait, you didn't stop at full burn. Yeah, I need you to actually wait to get this stuff on board, please. And you've stopped. This is a problem. The asteroid belt, the sushi belt is full. How did you fill up? We need to find a way to get stuff off of you. What are you full of? 1,000 metallic chunks? That can't be right. Because you never set circuits on your collectors. So they've just been grabbing whatever. Alright, that explains a lot. This system is going to take a while to unclog itself. But it will eventually unclog. We should be able to watch it happen. This will gradually drain out as this spot here finds room to put stuff on the belt. I could empty it even faster by turning this garbage collection inserter on, but I think I would actually rather keep a little bit of a buffer on the belt right now. It looks like things are flowing again. Can't quite tell. But this is actually a major problem, because if these can't put ice down, yeah, you're gonna have to turn this thing on to garbage collect for a bit. Because if those inserters at the front can't take ice off of the belt, then you're not actually going to be able to make fuel. So let's get some of these metallic asteroids off the belt. That's going to free up space for this belt at the top to empty itself. Which is also freeing up space to take ice off of the main belt. But we have an ice garbage collector down here that's going to deal with those more permanently. This is going to turn fuel production back on. I at least understand this ship well enough to debug it. I might not know everything about it, but I understand it enough to fix it. So far. And you're slowly letting asteroids back onto that belt. And you're still running aggressive garbage collection. Good. Make sure you haven't forgotten anything else. It's a lot of asteroid chunks on the belt still. But oxide and carbonic are way more important than metallic is, so I don't think I'll need to garbage collect either of those. Like, I would love for this belt to fill up with carbonic chunks, and in fact, I might let it do just that. Actually, is there any reason you need to control this thing by volume at all? Like, maybe you just disconnect it from circuits entirely. Why do you really care how many carbonics you can load onto that belt? You don't. You just want carbonics on that belt all the time. You're gonna stop at Volcanus. You're almost coming back to Aquilo. We'll be able to send our last railguns up, and then we can see if this thing flies or not. Is there any other spots here where you can milk out a little extra space for a turret? You can if you commit to moving these up, but you don't have a place that you could get inserted. So ignore it for now. I think this will be alright. This has almost emptied itself, which is good. These two are still going to have full inventories, but after they're emptied out, this belt will start to deplete itself of all the random garbage that's currently on it. There you go. There you go. Expeditioner is waiting above novice. Why? More carbon fiber, more processing unit, more refined concrete? Sure. That should not take that long at all if you're just sitting above novice. All kinds of rocket silos down there. For your entertainment. Alright, now that that has emptied, you can stop doing your garbage collection. You've done enough. And I'll just leave you in case I need to turn you on for something else later. How many more water barrels? Not that many. I also don't think we need ship startup procedure to be on anymore. So we'll cancel that. And you are now en route to Aquilo so that we can build rockets again. Okay. I almost want to fly you back to Novice to get rid of all these barrels. But I think we can sit on it. I don't think we need to do that right now. Could even just get one more laser turret up here. It doesn't really cost anything. Who says no to more firepower? So far, I feel good about this ship. I think it had some minor firepower issues that we've hopefully remedied. But we'll see how well it actually handles on Solar System Edge, because this is last trip. And these railguns so far are completely untested. I don't know if we have way more than we need, or if we don't even have close to enough. I don't know if our railgun production is going to be sufficient or not, although based on the fact that it's backing up, hopefully we have enough shells to at least make it to the Solar System Edge, if not make it back. Our explosives production is woeful. Like, really, really bad. But the primary problem with that is that half these crushers don't run because they're backed up on carbon. You could sit here and try to figure that out right now, actually. You could. And I think I see how you would want to do it, too. In fact, I'm almost sure that I see how you would want to do it. Yeah, alright, give it a try. Here's how we need this to work. First of all, we're going to need a ton of undergrounds. So just get all of this out of here. This is going to be one of the weirdest belts that you will ever see in your life. Rotate you around. Carbon. Oh, that isn't going to work. Well, no, maybe you can get it to work. So carbon's going to come out like this. This accumulator will need to go. These are going to go underground. So that's beautiful. That works great so far, and I have no complaints. Now your problem is... Well, the first problem is really easy. How do you get sulfur off of it to go into the explosives plants? Easy. You do one of these. Second problem is a little harder. How do you get carbon off of it? So that you can garbage collect it. Also easy, actually. You come to here, and then you back up by 1. You go underground here. No, you would need to come back 1 more. It's not going to work the way you want it to. Also keep this belt running. That belt is important. No, wait, it is easy. You go here. You have another inserter go here. It needs to get wired to this... No. To this belt. You're going to read all belts. You're going to filter on carbon only. No, that's not going to work, because it's going to try and put it on the far side. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You need the pipe to come just a little further up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Destroy it. That hurts me. That hurts me to do. But you can come out to here. You... Wow, you can reach that far underground. Holy cow. But you only need to go out to here. And then this whole portion of the belt can be above ground. You are enabled when carbon is greater than 100, because you're fundamentally for garbage collection. And then you siphon it off of the belt. That is what allows your coal synthesis to run full time. It still keeps your fuel connected. It allows everything else to run. It's good. Everything about it is good. Tell my team to log on and fight you in World versus World. I think everybody in Cornerstone tags down in like 30 minutes. So they may have already, and you just missed them. Unfortunate news, I know. Yeah, I think this works out great. I mean, Cole's backed up, man. Cole backed up that fast. Explosives backed up. We're good. You have dropped off your... You're going to be setting up fusion reactors. Turn this off. I want the railguns. I don't want these running right now. Show me the railguns. Just get the railguns onto the far horizons, and then after that we can do the other stuff that we want to do. Send them up. Also, I don't know why you need that as a request right now. I love this so much more. I think this works great. In fact, it works so well that you need to garbage collect sulfur now. Because your sulfur is actually what's backed up. Which, again, actually really easy. Very merciful. And this is the last piece of garbage collection belt, or garbage collection inserter that you're going to need. You are filtered on sulfur only. You are enabled when sulfur is greater than 70. And then you, over here, you are filtered on sulfur and on sulfur. And you turn on when sulfur is greater than 50, because sulfur is a true waste product. Anytime you see that on the belt, you can probably grab it. So now all of these should be able to run full time. You're slowly going to empty sulfur off this belt. Should be fine. Our first railguns are getting installed. I would just like to see you grab some more railgun ammo. There you go. You're going to filter further down. We'll start installing all the rest of these. Alright, we are almost ready for the final trip. This is so much smoother. I'm so happy with this. We should have done that ages ago. But it makes me feel a lot better about our railgun ammo production capacity. This still has the potential to be a huge issue. No, wait, it doesn't at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're only using 8 copper wire per second, which isn't even using 20 molten copper. This thing produces 100. So you need like an eighth of that production, which means you need less than a copper per second, and you're making 1.2 out of this thing. I think you're actually fine. I think your railgun ammo production rate is going to be A-okay. Uh-oh. No, that's Gleba Voyager. Alright, so that ship design still has issues. But we kind of knew that already. I was going to lose my mind if it was this thing. You know the other thing I want to do? I want you to read all. And I only want you to turn on if there are more than 40 railgun charges. I saw. I'll be down in a second. I'll come take care of it. So I want this to back up, which is going to be a little bit of a problem for asteroids, if asteroids get collected up here. But I want to make sure that these railguns have charges at all times. Because if these railguns ever run out of ammo, I think we have major, major issues. And that could be wrong, but we'll find out. Belts are looking a lot healthier now that we've cleaned out some of the overproduction. 600, 600, 600 on all major sources of ammo. Probably too much carbon. You may actually not be able to take it all off fast enough. Did you bring stack inserters up with you? Bulk inserters, rather? Did. I think you guys may need to be bulk inserters. Just to keep up. Let's see if that starts dropping that number. Yeah, steadily dropping that number. Good. And you have all your railguns. Good. Alright, here we go. This should be everything we need. Make for the solar system edge. This is a 100,000 kilometer trip. Let's see if we got the firepower to do it. The only place I'm really concerned is up here. Here's the huge asteroids. They break into 3 bays. I think we can handle that. Let's see. Also important, we one-shot. So we may not have needed that extra railgun damage research, but at least we did. We are 1/10 of the way there. We already have turrets running out of ammo. That's not a great sign. But that should be an issue with ammo availability on the belt. Right? Yeah, because you have a massive backlog of rockets. So we may need to release more rocket onto the belt. Let's say 900. I think that means it's just not evenly distributed right now. We are 1/5 of the way there. How are ammo stockpiles holding up? We're dipping real low on bullets, and we're dipping kinda low on ammo. Our bullet manufacturer is here. And your problem is finding enough iron ore. Or iron plate. So we need to release more iron plate onto the belt. Let's go to 600. In fact, most of your turrets at the front right now are out of bullets. Which is not good. They're finding a way to kill all of these. This looks bad, though. Survived it. So I don't know how, but survived it. All 4 of you are running now. That's good. We're still getting turret out of ammo warnings, but everything up here is starting to catch up. How are we looking on ammo production? Getting low. Your railgun production is actually fine. Your railgun ammo hasn't moved, it's everything else that's not really keeping up then. That said, you haven't taken damage yet. Although you're about to. Yeah. Alright. We load, but we've learned things. We've learned things about what our production limits need to be. You need to go to 600 so that there is more iron available on the belt. You also need to go to 600 so that there is more iron available on the belt. You need to go to 900. And you need to go to 900. We need more ammo available so that those turrets don't run out. You should also probably upgrade this to a stack inserter so that you cut down on the amount of space that is being taken up by explosives on the belt. Because all ammo goes on the inside, so it's competing against this, and then you also need to be a stack inserter. We need to consolidate the size of stacks that are on the inside of the belt. And that's going to free up more space to put ammo on the belt so that these turrets don't run out as easily. Steel was fine. And honestly, your railgun ammo production was fine for that whole process. It never dipped. So let's wait until we get to 9 and 9. We're pretty much there already. We save, we go again. If it was only production limits, that's great. And it looks like it might have been. Our damage was fine, as long as we had ammo. It's just a question of can we generate enough ammo. And if we need to pull modules up here, we can. Like, we could put speeds in all of our foundries, we could put speeds in all of our assemblers, we could put speeds in all of that stuff to actually make production happen faster. But I think the biggest issue was availability on the belt rather than true production speed. So we'll see if that's true. Your rocket turrets have already run out of it. But how? They should have enough. Just let it catch up. Don't stress it, let it catch up. I think this system can self-balance itself. I guess here gives us a better view of the whole ship as it's working. Rocket turrets at the front are out of ammo again. But they'll find more. I wish you could tell them to hold more ammo. Maybe you can, and I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But we're keeping up. We're a third of the way there. Some pretty nasty density on the right side, but it looks like we're going to get through it. Taking light damage at the front. But we have repair packs on board, so we can fix small bits of damage. We can't fix big damage, but we can fix small damage. We have 3 turrets out of ammo at the front. Alright, it's gonna fall apart at 36. Again, well, actually, before you reload, check your belt ammunition levels. they were fine. It's, again, a belt ammo availability issue. You need to set these limits even higher. 1,200. And you can leave railguns alone. 1,200. Get more ammo on the belt. And then if it's belt throughput issues that you're having, add more buffer space to the belt. You don't need these solar panels anymore. Get rid of them. The more... Oh, no. That's bad. We need to go back to Novice. This is going to be a sketchy flight back. Because the belt is not actually running right now. But I want it to do that. Yeah, turret's immediately out of ammo. This isn't going to work. None of this is going to work. You're going to have to fix it when you get back home. There you go. Before you actually end up taking damage, please. If we can just fit more crap on the belt, I think we'll be in a much better spot. And there's a couple places where we can sneak in a little bit of extra space. Like along here, we can get a bit more in. Along here, we can get quite a bit more in. Here, we can probably cram a bit more in. We can get rid of these accumulators and we can fit a bit more in. If there's more space on the belt, then there's more ammo going around, and if there's more ammo going around, then these turrets don't run out of ammo as often. I don't think I can increase the size, though. This is also making the belt longer, though. Also, why do we have non-stacked carbon on the belt right now? Do you ever put carbon back into the system? I don't think so. I think carbon's a true waste product. Carbon. That's an internal process. That's an internal process. You don't use it for anything else. If carbon's greater than 0, you purge it. If ice is greater than 20, you purge it. If iron is greater than 20, you purge it. And if sulfur is greater than 20, you purge it. As much space as possible on this belt for ammo. Be a lot of single stacks of iron plate. I'm not sure how those are getting on. You're adding to the stacks. Oh, you know why? Because there's other stuff that's floating by that's just pulling one stack off of it. That's why. And you're also the culprit for who is putting iron chunks on the far side of the belt. But I don't really have a way to fix you. So I'm going to have to live with you for now. At least I know that you'll get eaten by these grinders. These are the grinders that actually adjust the inside of the belt and move stuff back to the outside, is what I'm going to hope and tell myself. Alright, you're stopped at novice. Have you pulled up extra belts? You're waiting for it. Okay. It's time to implement our change. They're going to be like this. Got a little room to do one here. You really don't need accumulators. Well, actually, those are fine. They're not offending me. It's up here that you can do a bit more squiggling. And then you can also do a bit more squiggling here. Can definitely do some squiggling down here. These inserters, though, or these accumulators can go. That's not going to work. Let's have it go like that. And then like that. Can squiggle here. You could squiggle one more down there if you wanted to, but I'm beginning to think maybe you're going overboard on the squiggles. Maybe that'll be enough space. And then bump these up again. Because there's so much more available belt space now. At 1600? Yeah, 1600. And then also, let's actually keep you guys running. There's so much more space on this belt now. Look at all this extra crap that we can fit on here. What's up, Abuelita? You have missed Maiden Flight 1 and 2. We are currently on Maiden Flight 3. The issue isn't firepower, the issue is supplying regular shipments of ammunition to the turrets. But we've got something going here. You also need way more iron than this now. I think you need to go to like 1600 as well. We just need more regular shipments going to our ammo manufacturer, because both of you guys are out of plates right now. Alright. Let's head back out to Aquila. And let's get in position for another try. It's all supply issues. That's all it's down to. If we can get supply issues fixed, then I think we're in business. Also, does railgun ammo not stack? Because well, no, maybe you are. Yeah, you're grabbing like 6 at a time. Oh, you know what it is? Hang on. It's that if I put you like this, and I say enable if railgun ammo, this is going to collapse things even more, which is good. 600. And you read all the belts. If I rotate you like this, then I think you'll actually just top up the stacks that are already on the belt. Although I'm a little concerned that you're adding... Oh, I know why you're adding railgun stacks to the belt. It's because this thing up here is putting them back on. So now, I think if it sees a stack pass by, it'll just top up that stack rather than making a new stack, and that's also going to help to keep this thing more consolidated. So I'm going to do the same thing to ammunition. Oh, but then it's not going to put on the right side of the belt. You're right. Then it's going to put on the wrong side of the belt. That's why you have it that way. So you can't do this. Hey, Ari. Thanks for the lurk. Much appreciated. Alright. We're gonna have to run it like this. You are enabled if... That's actually kind of annoying. I bet there's a smarter way to do this. But I don't know what it is. So I'm going to try the dumb way instead. Just hope this is a good enough asteroid distribution, or ammo distribution, to allow this thing to run, basically. That's also probably a source of where these single stack railguns are coming from. You, I'm fine having DC. That's okay. Alright, how are we looking on ammo over here? 15, 13, 700. That sounds good to me. Let's give this a try again. System edge. What kind of density have we been dealing with so far? We're getting to 30. Which is really where big oxide asteroid starts to fall off. It looks like things actually calm down a bit at 40, 50, and then get really scary at 80, 90. What else do I want? Have one of you. Have one of you. Have one of you. Definitely different from your designs. The one thing that I might want to try and figure out that would be a bit of circuit logic is I would love a circuit brain for the ammo side of the belt that looks at what the least represented ammo type is on the belt and adds that. So it just tries to balance them out. Because that's the biggest issue I'm struggling with right now. Is just having enough of the right kinds of ammo on the belt so that all the different turrets can like pick up what they need at any given moment. I actually think the firepower is good enough. It's ammo delivery that's killing us more than anything else. But if I can just overfill the belt, then maybe that's good enough. I actually think I might know how I would do it if this trick doesn't work. I think I know how I might redo it. But so far so good. Last time we died around 30. There's our first no ammo wound. But it's taken a while for that to show up. Firepower's fine. This is a problem, though. Both these rocket turrets not able to find rockets on the belt right now. Still holding in there. Approaching 40. Can always slow down. Yeah, but slowing down seems like cowardice. I don't want to have to slow down unless it's absolutely last resort. There's actually a gap in the asteroids here. This is good. This is going to let us recover ammo. We don't actively have to shoot things right now. Now we have to shoot a lot of things. But that was a good little pause in the action. One railgun has taken a little bit of damage. We have repair packs though. We're at 50. This is working better than it's worked previously. A lot of damage to that railgun just took down. That's 3 rocket turrets out. It's also losing 2 turrets. Yeah, that's the front of the ship that's going to crumble now. Alright, so we made it to 50. I think I know how I can balance out ammo more efficiently, though. Do not go to Shattered Planet. Go back, or do not go to Solar System Edge. Do I have decider combinators on board? I do. Thank the Lord. So here's what we're going to do. We had every turret target what it was meant for, and 1 tier... Oh, and 1 tier lower. That's probably not a horrible idea. I could try that, because our railgun ammo production right now is really strong. But what I want to try instead is I want a decider combinator to live here. I want you to be on the red network, because we aren't using red right now. You're going to read in on red. You're going to read each. Wait, actually, you don't even want a condition here. No, this is good. You want a decider, combinator, per insert. Is actually the way that you want to do it. So you're going to have this here. You're going to read in on red. And you're going to say if Yeah. If rocket is less than firearm and no, just this. If rocket ammo is less than firearm, then you output green check. At 1. And then if you get green check, then you're on. So this is going to control putting rockets onto the belt, and it's going to say if you have less rockets than firearm magazines, then insert. Over here, we're going to do something very similar. We're going to run red into you. Read on all. If firearm... Actually, they should be less than or equal to, because I don't want them to be... I do want them to be in race conditions. I want these to oversaturate the belts, basically. I want them to fill up every single available space that we have on this belt. Then you output green check at 1. And then you connect to him. And you don't connect anymore. So if this sees less firearm magazines than rockets, it puts firearm magazines on. If this sees less rockets than firearm magazines, it puts rockets on. And eventually it will saturate this entire belt, so that there is no space for anything except for rockets and firearm magazines. And then I actually want you to put onto the inside of this belt. Yeah. Which means you don't want a splitter here. In fact, what do you want to do with this now? Because I'm actually fine with putting railgun ammo on the inside of the belt. And I guess I'm also fine with putting asteroids there. So we'll go stack inserter. And we'll just do that. How's that strike you? Because the railgun ammo reader down here is still going to see that there is that much railgun ammo on the belt. The fact that it's not on the right side of the belt is irrelevant, because the far side of the belt is going to be really sparsely populated. And these are still putting ammo on. So how high is our ammo now? 21 and 19. Although, why are you still putting on? Oh, because I need to change you to green check. Green check equals 1. There we go. Okay. Now, these two should self-balance each other. And it's going to theoretically give us our maximum ammo and rocket density possible on the ammo belt. I almost wonder... You know what? Maybe I don't care about this. Maybe railgun can go on the far side. I actually don't think I care. The far side has so much more room. You're enabled when... Like, I haven't run into any issues with railgun ammo production yet, so we're just going to leave this thing at less than 800. And if I ever see it struggle for railgun ammo, then I'll know that I have a problem, but I haven't seen that happen yet. Send it. This is the one. I believe in this one. And if this doesn't work, then we slow the ship down. But I think this will be the one. Mostly I don't want to slow the ship down because I'm going to have to figure out where to get 2 pumps from. I don't know where I'm going to be able to send those up onto the ship. Also, how are you running out of carbonic right now? Probably because you just sat idle for a really long time and made a ton of rockets. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I think you also need help grabbing more steel. Yeah, or I could adjust railgun targets. I might try that if slowing the ship down doesn't work. I don't want to churn through too much railgun ammo, is my only hesitancy about doing that. And shooting railguns at bigs instead of huges is going to eat a ton of railgun ammo. You're already out. That's not a great sign. I'm gonna hope that that was just a weird fluke. So far, it looks like just a weird fluke. Through 20k. Ammo doing all right. Like, I'm aware there's a flashing warning. But I don't think it's horrible. I'm not seeing more than one flashing warning. So. Actually, give you a little bit more health. Give you a second inserter to keep you loaded. This looks pretty airy. We're through it. We're through it with no damage, approaching 40k, with a nice gap in front to let us fill up this ammo again. 40k and no damage so far. A little bit of damage. This is where we died last time. We're through it. And into another decent-sized gap. With no ammo wounds. It's a little scary on that right side, but we look fine. Okay. We're at 60. This is where big asteroids really start to pick up. We almost lost that railgun turret, but we did lose a railgun turret. Let's see if we can make it down one railgun turret. But I'm pretty sure that was an ammo issue again. I saw these guys run out. Or at least run low. And if they run out of rockets for like just a second, you're gonna have a bad time. $70. You're running out again. I'll just give you another inserter. You've taken a slight hit. $80. With a big gap. Oh, that's a beautiful recovery tool. We're past 80. How's your ammo looking? Actually holding really steady. Your production on this platform is fine. It's all about how fast can you get it into the turrets. That's all it's coming down to right now. You lost 2 railguns. But I think you may still have enough firepower to do it. What did you just lose? Oh, you lost a 3rd railgun. That's bad. That seems pretty bad. Okay, so we can make it to like 92. Okay, we're on to something here. That is not the autosave that I want. Take me back to Factorio stream. We're on to something here, man. So, what worked really well? Getting more ammo into turrets faster. You can't have too many inserters. Double them up in as many places as you can. Is there anywhere else you could double up? You could double up. Well, those aren't really good. Like, you could double them up, I guess, but I don't think it makes a massive difference. We could maybe double these up. And then the flanks are where you're soft. So sure, let these shoot at bigs as well as huges. I don't love it as a solution, but maybe it does enough for us. It's the flanks where we're starting to bleed first. So if we can just keep more damage at the corners, then maybe we'll be okay. Let's try this again. I think that was close enough that we might be able to just RNG our way to 100k. If we just get like a lucky seed on the asteroid distribution, I think we're there. I should find a way to get you a second inserter. You run out of ammo fairly regularly. Slow down a smidgen. We'll try that if this doesn't work. But to do that, I'm going to have to go all the way back to Novice to get a pump. I don't want to do that. The only way I know of to throttle engines. First 20, and we're doing just fine. Next thing would be rocket damage research. We're so far from being able to one-shot these asteroids. I think that's going to be like hours and hours of rocket damage research. Because we just barely did enough rocket damage research to two-shot them. How are we doing on railgun ammo with this new approach? Holding steady at 800. Okay. 30k and things are smooth. What turret ran out? And clear. Going better so far. $40k and not so much as a hint of being out of ammo. It's looking a little hairy, but I think we made it through. Halfway there. That's on Nautilus, don't worry about that. That's not important. Our ammo production is so good. Our production on this platform is so good in general. It's all down to how fast can we shoot. Or rather, how fast can we load ammunition into turrets. It's one of those problems where it's like, man, if you could just use chests on a space platform, it would be so easy. And it's probably why they don't let you use chests on a space platform. Because if we set up every single one of these chests with like a 200 ammunition buffer, this would be, you know, like 4 to 5 times as easy as it currently is. $60. $60 and holding our own. Check your railgun ammo. Still at 800. Yeah, I was thinking about, it's actually not higher quality rocket turrets I was worried about, it's higher quality gun turrets. Because the range on the gun turrets is pretty bad. But, like, we haven't used quality in this run at all. And at this point, I kind of just don't want to on principle. To be like, yeah, like we never even bothered with quality, and it was okay, we still managed it. But I do like that there's, you know, a half dozen solutions to this problem that we're having right now. And any of them will probably work. It's the sign of a well-balanced game. This is 75, by the way, and we haven't taken damage yet. This looks scary, though. Never mind, we're fine. We took a tiny bit of damage, but we're fine. That's gonna be scary, though. I need someone to get on that. Yeah, that's bad. And it's right when those 2 rocket turrets ran out of ammo as well. I think we'll still be okay with 4 railguns. I just need you guys to not run out of ammo again. Can you do that for me? That's gonna make it real hard. It's down to one rail then. And no one's gonna deal with what you just would. That's gonna be pretty bad. Yeah, that'll probably be a restart. 91 though. Could also keep spare parts on board. No, it's not a spare parts issue. The issue is that these turrets can't pick up ammo fast enough. So the next thing that I need to do is I need to figure out how to get them supplied better. Which I think will look like this. I can give you a second inserter. I can move you to here. And what does that let you do? You don't know, do you? Oh, wait, I do know. I do see it. I can move this up one. And have you go underground. No, that's not... Well, no, it is. Because you can do this. And then 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 you can do this. Which will also let you do that. And then you have to figure out how to do the same thing over here. No, it's easy. You go like that. This goes under. To come up here. To go like that. No, to go like that. And then you go like that. And then you can come up by one. And you can do that. So now we have double inserters feeding both of these. And that may give us the throughput that we need to keep them firing full time. Then you just need to solve this, which is easy. You just go like that. What does this rocket turret get fed? Oh, that's gross. That's really gross. You shouldn't be doing it like that at all. You should be going like this. And then like this. And then feed both of those with double inserters. Do you have the same problem over here? Yeah. But you can fix it in a very similar way. And then you can even help feed into that one. Alright, if this doesn't work, we'll go get pumps and we'll slow the ship down. Because that will definitely work. But I think this might work. Because it's these 4 rocket turrets that are always the problem. It's always these 4 that are running out of ammo. So if we give them double inserters, it's going to be double the chances for inserters to grab rockets off of the belt and actually keep them fed. And then also, since our railgun ammunition is running fine, let's also have these things shoot at mediums. Because we're not having any issues supplying railgun turrets, although this is, you need to be moving faster than that. I can't let that belt get backed up. I have so much shit in here. Alright, you're empty. Good. Yeah, that's exactly why. Because that turret is no longer able to grab railgun charges. Also, you forgot an inserter for this one. Let's fix that. And also, just because I'm a little nervous about how much you're going to consume, I'll give you a second on this. Who's out of ammo? The railgun. Okay, that's good. We fixed that. We fixed that problem. These railguns will not run out of ammo. The other thing that would probably help at this point, but it's going to be too significant of a redesign, I think. I may actually go and double check, but I think, would be switching over from standard rockets to explosive rockets. Because when the density gets really high, the splash damage can help. And it's when the density is high that we're having problems. But I don't know if I currently have a platform that's configured to handle that. Also, why not? Why not just have triple insertion? Like, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. Smooth sailing out to 40. A lot of carnage in front right now. Like, if we can navigate this fine, and we're not seeing out of ammo issues, then we know it's not a DPS issue. Because we're able to chunk some really nasty looking asteroid fields, as long as we're keeping the turrets in play. So at no point has this been a DPS issue. He said, incredibly nervously. Now we're fine. How is ammo looking? We are burning through railgun ammo now. We're putting a dent in that. We're also actually putting a pretty good dent in our bullets and rockets. Those previously were like 2,200. Is everything running down here? You're not even putting rockets on the belt right now. You're not even putting bullets on the belt. So I guess gun out of ammo. There you go. There's your pickup. That took longer than I would have liked. But as long as the systems are a bit redundant, we're okay. approaching 70 and no damage yet. But it gets real scary around 90. So cross your fingers. This is a good little break, I think. This is a really good little break here. Turrets are barely fired. So hopefully we're stocked up for this apocalypse. This is 80. Light damage. That's okay, we can repair that. We have repair packs on board. I don't like that we took it because that was a DPS issue. That's gonna be bad. That's a DPS issue. None of those turrets are out of ammo as far as I know. They're not. They're all fine. Oh, scary. Also, really scary. Now how are some of these getting through? $90. You fine back there? Yeah, you're okay. $95. You've run out of ammo completely? In the front? Looks like they got top back up. There's a gap that could have been really scary, but that we've actually survived. 89. 100. Beautiful. Factorio, over. Let's see if we can make it back. Title and comment. What the heck? Massive planets and platforms, production kills, energy stats. Huh. Title. We barely made it out, but it counts. And then obviously, you send the plug. Nah, because it's going to be up on the YouTube channel. Jeff plays more. Oh, space age done. I'm gonna fly it back to novice. I want to see if it falls apart completely. But I think if it made it here, it can make it back. The ammo stats still look fine. But we'll see how it does. I'm a little scared that there's a turret back here that ran out of ammo. Alright. Back to Navis we got. How are you guys doing back here? Good? Yeah, actually fine. Why are you shooting at a... Oh, God. Oh, because I put... Oh, that's why. Because I moved these and they don't know what they're supposed to shoot at. They've been wasting rockets this whole time. I think we make it back. I think we make it all the way back. Ammo's still fine, but man, you can feel it dropping. And it's mostly rockets that we're running out of, which means it's mostly iron that we're running out of, which means we might want more iron on the belt. think we might want more iron on the belt. Because that's what's stopping us from producing more rockets. This is 80. Or, 20 on the way back. I think if we can make it to like 50 and we haven't taken critical damage, we're home free. Also, we should stop it if we will, because we need to replace that railgun. I just feel like it doesn't count unless you can actually make a run for it, Because I'm on board. My body's on the line. That's really bad. Just cross your fingers that you made it far enough before you lost both of your front railgun turrets. This thing needs to put in so much work now. We can't lose that railgun. If we do, we have major problems. We're at 40. This is really where asteroid density starts to drop. We just need to make it a little further, and then we're okay. That's gonna be bad. Yep, that's bad. It's really bad. Because this asteroid's gonna go all the way through the ship. Oh, never mind. One already went all the way through the ship down here. Did we run out of ammo somewhere? We did drop to 244 railgun bullets. Yeah, the ship can't make it back. It can make it there, but it can't make it back. I will let space reclaim me. But maybe we shouldn't have been on board. Either way, that's Factorio. I'm not going to run it back again to actually get back to Navi safely, because I think if we fuel limited that ship, we would have been totally fine. So that's it. That's Factorio done. If you want to catch up from front to back, there is the VODs channel, where you can watch our entire Factorio series that we've played through. This is going to be... There's going to be a little bit of guesstimation here, but I think this is probably going to be like episode 75. And in terms of how long it took us, we had 142 hours or so of time on this game. So it was fun. I love Factorio, and we may come back to Factorio later to do a mod pack or something like that as mod packs continue to update, but also looking forward to what's going to be next as well. If you're interested in seeing what our other non-Guild Wars 2 stream game is that we're going to be playing, make sure you hop into the Discord, sign yourself up for the stream pings role, and you will get first notice on what we end up doing on Tuesday after Guild Wars 2 is over. But for me, that's where I'm going to be done. It is approaching midnight here. I have to get up relatively early tomorrow because I have some contractors coming over to do some work on the house. So I got to take off. But I will see you guys around later. I hope you enjoy what is left of the rest of your weekend. And I'll catch you next time for something new. Till then, take care. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one.